Hey, listen to me real close right now. Because what I'm about to tell you could change the way you look at your whole life. See, there's a moment when the world goes quiet, when everybody else is too busy sleeping on you, counting you out, doubting you, and that's when you got to decide, are you going to wait for permission or are you going to get up and make your move while they snoozing? This is the story they don't want you to hear. How the world slept, but India didn't. And now it's too late to stop what's already in motion. So I need you to lock in, sit up, and feel this deep down in your bones. If you don't wake up to your own greatness, the world sure won't. Let's talk about it. Let me tell you something they don't teach in school. The world will never hand you success on a silver platter. While some people been waiting on the world to change, India changed itself. See, too many folks sit around hoping for permission, waiting for that big break. But India woke up before the alarm even went off. They got up while the rest of the world slept, and they built, they hustled, they dreamed bigger than the chains that used to hold them down. Now look, you can talk about resources, economy, politics, but that ain't the whole story. The real story is the mindset shift. It's the hunger that says, if the doors won't open, we gonna build our own doors. And while the world napped on old stereotypes,
India wrote a new narrative, page by page, brick by brick, code by code.
so let me ask you, who you waiting on to give you permission? Who you waiting on to believe in you more than you believe in yourself? You got dreams? Good, but they ain't worth nothing if you don't get up before the sun and go get them. The world don't owe you nothing, but it will pay you everything if you show up like you supposed to. India showed up. They didn't let excuses define. They let action redefine. So you sitting there asking for motivation, let discipline be your motivation. Let your faith guide your footsteps through the dark. Because faith without work is dead, and work without vision is empty. So wake up, baby. The world might be sleeping on you right now, but you can't afford to sleep on yourself. Stay woke, stay hungry, stay building, because your legacy depends on what you do while the world sleeps. Now listen to me. Success don't come wrapped up in convenience. When the lights go off, that's when you find out who really wants it. India didn't just wake up one day and find itself on top. They grinded through decades of doubt, poverty, and disrespect. They invested in the minds of their children when nobody. They pushed through failures that would have made most people quit. You know why? Because they knew a closed door is just a test, and they had the courage to knock again. That's what you gotta do in your life. Too many people stop at the first no. You think the universe gonna roll out a red carpet just cause you got a dream. Nah, man. You gotta break the doors off the hinges if you have to. You gotta outwork the noise, outlast the gossip, outperform the hate. Look at your life, where you've been knocked down, and where they told you you're not good enough. Take that pain, man. Turn it into power. You see, faith over fear, that's the game changer. Fear paralyzes you. Faith propels you. Fear says, what if you fail? Faith says, what if you fly? Every time India failed, they chose to fly again. So what about you? What are you doing with your faith? You gonna let it bury you, or you gonna let it build you? I'm telling you, the choice is yours. The world slept, but India did. And now they hear, louder than ever. Don't be the person that sleeps on their own gifts. Wake up to your potential. Use what you got. Start where you are. And never let a no stop your youth. Discipline your mind to keep knocking. That's how you take over your world. Let me break it down for you. When you start climbing, people gonna doubt you. That's guaranteed. But you can't let other people's sleepiness make you lay back down. India had generations where the world laughed, called them backwards, said they'll never catch up. But while they were laughing, India was learning. While they were mocking, India was moving. That's how you do it. You gotta learn how to keep your head down and your faith up. Keep your grind strong and your excuses weak. Everybody wanna be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. A beast don't care about sleep when the hunt is on. You think lions ask permission. You think eagles check the weather before they fly. Nah, they just soar. So what's your excuse? You got a dream, but do you have the stomach to chase it through storms, through rejection, through disappointment, or you just talking? I know it ain't easy. It's never been, but nothing worth having ever is. India stayed in the fight, even when the odds were stacked high. They built universities, industries, tech hubs from the ground up. You got to do the same in your life. Build your mindset, build your circle, build your discipline. And when the world says you can't, stand up like India did and say, "Ugh." Watch me. If they laugh, let them. If they sleep on you, good. Dream bigger while they do. Wake up every day like your future depends on it, because it does. The world don't owe you applause, so stop waiting for it. Make them clap when you win, and make them wonder how you did. That's the legacy you should chase. I'm going to tell you something real. The bigger the vision, the bigger the sacrifice. See, people want what India has now, the influence, the innovation, the respect, but they don't see the cost. They don't see the sweat behind the software. They don't see the families that sacrifice generations to get one kid through school. That's the part nobody wants to talk about. Everybody loves the harvest, but they hate the plant. Everybody wants to shine, but nobody wants to grind in the dark. India mastered the dark. They mastered the late nights, the early mornings, the lonely sacrifices. That's what it takes. You got to give up who you are to become who you can be. You got to walk away from comfort to step into your calling. The world won't clap for you while you're playing. They'll only clap when they see the fruit. So don't expect instant validation. Discipline over motivation. Remember that. Motivation fades, but discipline keeps you moving when your feelings don't feel like it. That's how you grow something real. So what are you willing to avoid it? What excuses? Your bad habits. Or a circle of folks that don't want to grow. It's gonna cost you. But what you gain in return is priceless. A purpose bigger than you. A legacy that outlives you. India's story ain't perfect, but it's proof that sacrifice, faith, and discipline can turn the impossible into possible. You gotta decide today. Are you a talker or a doer? Because talkers get left behind while doers take over. Plant your seeds now. Water them with sweat and faith, and trust that your season will come. Just don't sleep on your own garden. Now hear me good. Pain is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Everybody want to skip the pain, but you don't get the prize without the pain. India's rise wasn't without struggle. They faced poverty that could break your spirit, corruption that could poison your dreams, setbacks that could stop you in your tracks. But they didn't bow to the pain. They learned from it. They said, we gonna feel this, but we ain't gonna fold from this. You gotta learn how to stay in your storm too. Stop running from what's hard. Run through it. Every time you push through pain, you build a new level of strength. And that strength becomes your secret weapon. Let me tell you, you can't buy resilience. You can't fake grit. You earn that on the battlefield of your worst days. While the world was cozy and complacent, India was refining itself in the fire. So what's your fire? What keeps you up at night? Instead of complaining about the heat, become fireproof. Let pain purify your purpose. Faith without struggle is shallow, but faith that's been tested is unstoppable. That's why I say, don't waste your pain. Use it. Let it push you closer to your calling. If they doubt you, good. They did the same to India. If they sleep on you, even better. That means you got room to rise without interference. Just keep going, keep building, keep growing, because every tear, every sacrifice, every rejection is watering your harvest. When it's your time, the world gonna wonder how you did it, and you gonna smile, knowing that you took what was meant to break you and built an empire out of it. People love to say, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Let me add something to that. Faith is when preparation meets impossibility. India didn't wait for luck. They prepared like they already had it. That's a lesson for you right there. You waiting on your big break. You better prepare like it's already here. You want that promotion. Act like you the boss already. You want that business to succeed. Treat it like it's Fortune 500 before it even makes $1. India invested in their people when the world said, why bother? They built schools. They built mines. They built infrastructure, all while the world looked away. That's what faith looks like. It's the ability to see beyond what your eyes can see. You got a dream that don't make sense to nobody else. Good. That means it's big enough to stretch you. See, faith over fear ain't just a catchy phrase. It's a decision. Every single day, you wake up and choose. Am I going to believe my circumstances or am I going to believe my calling? You can't do both. Fear will tell you to stay safe. Faith will tell you to step out when the ground ain't even there yet. India stepped out. They took the hits. They stayed the course. And look where they are now. So what's stopping you? Stop looking for a sign. You are the sign. Prepare like your opportunity is knocking right now. Faith don't make things easy. It makes them possible. So write that book, launch that business, mend that relationship, just that goal. Get your house in order for the blessing you're praying for. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready when your door swings open. Let's get real about something else. You can't rise without lifting others. That's one of the biggest secrets folks overlook. See, India's growth ain't just about individual success stories. It's about communities coming together. It's about families pooling what little they had to send one child to college, knowing that one would come back and change. That's legacy. That's purpose. That's what you gotta build in your life. Stop trying to be a one-man show. Greatness ain't built in isolation. It's built in unity. Who you helping up while you climb? Who you pouring in? You think your gift is just for you. Nah, your gift is to make a way for somebody else. India learned how to pass the torch. They built institutions that could last beyond one generation. You gotta think like that. Stop hustling just for your next vacation. Hustle for your last name. Hustle for your children's children. Legacy over applause. Write that down. Applause fades, but legacy echoes. And don't get me wrong, everybody won't appreciate your efforts. Some folks you lift up will forget you did. That's okay. Do it anyway. Because what you sow, you will reap. The good you do multiplies, even if you don't see the fruit right away. So take a lesson from India's blueprint. Invest in your people. Build your circle strong. Pass on your lessons, your faith, your resilience. That's how you make sure your story don't die with you. That's how you make sure when you're gone, your name still opens doors for generations you'll never meet. Now tell me, who you lifting up as you climb? Sometimes folks ask me, Steve, what if I do all this and still fail? Let me tell you something. You only fail when you stop trying. India didn't get here without a mountain of failures. They failed in policies, and politics, and industries. They stumbled. They fell. They got betrayed by their own sometimes, but they kept getting back up. That's what resilience is all about. You can't let fear of failure make you play small. Playing small don't serve no. You think the world respects average? Nah, the world only respects what stands out. And you can't stand out if you too scared to stand up. So go ahead and fix every mistake. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for your comeback. You know how many doors slammed in my face before I made it. Plenty. But I didn't let that stop me from knocking. Same goes for you. You got dreams bigger than your circumstances. Good. Keep pushing. Failure is just the tuition you pay for success. India paid theirs, and now they collect kicking dividends the world never saw coming. So fail forward, fall down 7 times, get up 8, and each time you rise stronger, wiser, hungrier. Don't let one no silence your yes. Don't let the world's disbelief make you doubt your gift. The biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk at all. So take the leap, try, fail, learn, repeat. That's the blueprint. The world slept, but India didn't. They kept knocking until the world had to open the door. So what about you? Keep failing forward until that door swings wide open. You want to know another secret? Humility will carry you further than talent ever will. Look at India. You think they didn't have geniuses decades ago. They did. But talent without humility is wasted potential. India learned to stay teachable. They sent their best minds abroad to learn. They brought back what they learned and improved it. That's the power of humility, knowing you don't know. Some of you so full of pride, you block your own blessings. You think you above learning from someone else. Nah, stay humble, stay hungry, Be a student for life. That's how you grow. And while you learn, gratitude multiplies what you have. Entitlement kills it. India had every reason to be bitter, colonized, exploited, underestimated. But they focused on better instead of bitter. They built instead of complaining. That's how you rise. So do a check on your own heart. Are you humble enough to admit you need help? Are you grateful enough to appreciate small? Don't despise small beginnings. You sow seeds there that will feed you later. Be humble enough to sweep the floor today. If it means you'll own the building tomorrow, no task is beneath you when you know where you're going. So kill that pride before it kills your promise. Talent can take you to the top, but only character and humility can keep you there. India understood that. So keep learning, keep growing, stay grateful, stay humble. That's how you make your rise unstoppable. Let me say this loud and clear. Your environment matters. India understood that if they wanted to change their future, they had to change what they exposed themselves to. They turned villages into hubs, slums into schools, poverty into possibility. You gotta do the same in your life. Who you surrounding yourself with? You can't fly with eagles if you keep hanging out with pigeons. Some folks in your life ain't bad people. They just don't have your vision. And that's okay. Love them from a distance, but don't let them limit you. India didn't let old mindsets keep them trapped. They adapted. They evolved. You can't grow and stale soil. Talk yourself if you have to. Get around people who stretch you, challenge you, inspire you. You want to be successful. Hang with folks more successful than you. You want to grow your folk. Sit at the feet of giants. You want to build discipline. Spend time with the discipline. Iron sharp. Stop letting dull folks keep you dull. Your environment is either feeding your potential or killing it. India created an environment for growth, innovation, and faith. That's what you gotta cultivate, a space where your gifts can breathe, where your dreams don't sound crazy, where your hustle don't feel out of place. And watch how fast you grow when your environment matches your vision. Sometimes you gotta physically, mentally, emotionally to step into your next level. So clean your soil, water your seeds, build your greenhouse, and protect it at all costs. One thing I need you to understand: consistency beats talent every time. India didn't win overnight. It was the steady, relentless push, day after day, year after year. That's how they did it. That's how you gon' do it too. Consistency builds trust. Consistency builds momentum. Some of y'all do something good for a week and expect the world to bow down. No, you gotta outlast your excuses, outlast your critics, outlast your own doubts. You gon' feel like quitting. Everybody does. But feelings ain't facts. Show up anyway. Discipline yourself to do what needs to be done. Long after mood has left you, small steps done daily lead to big victory. That's the secret sauce. While the world slept, India kept stepping. While the world laughed, India kept building. That's what you gotta do. Get up when it don't make sense. Show up when you'd rather stay in bed. Work when nobody's watching. Pray when nobody believes. Because when your time comes, all that consistency gon' speak for you. It'll speak louder than your resume, your connections, your talent. So get consistent. Write your goals. Stick to your plan. Adjust when needed. But don't quit, because quitting guarantees you fail. But consistency guarantees you grow. The world might be sleeping on you now, but keep showing up. And one day, they'll wake up to your greatness. So here it is, the final truth you gotta take with you. Your time is now, not tomorrow, not someday. Now, the world slept while India rose. Don't let the world sleep on you too. Don't sleep on your gift, your calling, your purpose. You got breath in your lungs. That means your mission ain't done. You got another chance today to do what yesterday said you couldn't. So do it. Get up, get clear, get disciplined. Choose faith over fear. Choose purpose over pleasure. Choose legacy over applause. Build something bigger than you. Invest in people. Protect your dream. Stay humble. Stay hungry. Stay consistent. And when the world finally wakes up and sees what you built, let them talk. Let them wonder how you did it. You'll know. You'll know you did it. Because you refused to sleep on yourself. Because you chose to knock when doors were locked. Because you chose to believe when nobody else, the world might have missed its chance to stop you. Now it's too late. Your story ain't over. So go write it in bold letters. The ink is in your hands. Your time is now. What are you waiting for?